Hey guys, and welcome back to our show, Winning the Game of Life. My name is Pamela.
My name is Fabian.
And we are your hosts. Today we have a special guest, and her name is Maggie. Maggie, why don't you introduce the audience and tell us a little bit about yourself, because I can tell you have an accent. So where is that from? Yeah, where is that from? Where is that from? And how did you find yourself here?
All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Magdalena. I am from the German country.
Oh,
so
nice.
it might be that the accent is coming through once in a while.
I know a little bit of German.
Let me hear.
Okay, you can't laugh though.
No, let's go.
Hot start.
Ich liebe dich. Good.
Yes, I love
very
you.
good. Ich liebe
Right?
dich.
That's I love
Do you have something?
Volkswagen. That's it. That's it.
Good. Volkswagen. Yeah, I'm from Germany. I moved to LA 2014. I am a hypnotist and motivational speaker, which is pretty cool. So what I do is people pay me to save time. So I hypnotize people into getting a result that would usually take years or that would usually take a big impact. You know how sometimes things happen to us, like something terrible happens and we're like, wow, and suddenly we change our life, right? Girls, for example, very often we go through a breakup and now we do the glow up, we lose weight, we're fit, right? We're thriving.
Yeah.
Or guys, so maybe you lose your job and you're like, that's a sign, now I'm going to do what I actually want to do, and suddenly you become successful.
Yeah.
So these impacts are good, but also very stressful. In hypnosis, I give you this impact without all the drama, and I get you already to the point where you change what you're doing, where you stop bad habits or start new good habits without going through somebody dying in a car accident, so you use your seatbelt, without having someone being so overweight that they get diabetes for you to stop eating like a crazy person. So I save you time and I get you to that point without going through the drama. That's really much what I do.
I love that you verbalized it in that way, that you're saving people time, because unfortunately what you said is true. I think it takes a traumatic event for people to open their eyes and realize the value of life and how valuable our time is. Now, with that being said, not everyone gets that opportunity to have such like a significant change in their life happen at a younger age or even at, later time in life. So the fact that you have your game plan is to save people time is so wonderful.
It's the most valuable thing to me, and I think we mostly fight for what we love most, right? A father loves his kids the most, or if you only have your parents, you love your parents. I still have my mom, but I'm not a mom myself yet, so it's just me, right? And what I love most is like time, not even life itself. I love time.
Yeah.
I love the magic of time, how sometimes 5 minutes feel like an eternity when you're at the DMV, for example. And sometimes when you're with your favorite person, you spend the whole day and you're like, yo, how is it 9 p.m.?
Yeah.
So time is that's why Einstein was so obsessed with it too, right? With this whole relativity theory and stuff. And time is, in the end, the only thing. You can have all the money, you can be famous, have all the connections, everything. When your time comes, you get into an accident or the doctor tells you you are sick, what are you going to do? Maybe money can buy you better treatments, but in the end, it's all messed up, right? Time is the only thing, this little thing is running, the sand clock is running, and there's nothing we can do. So my biggest gift that I can give to people is not give them more time, but save them from wasting time.
Wow.
And if you need 2 years to finally change your mindset and lose weight because you're so overweight that you're sick, and I see you for one session and you start tomorrow, that's a good thing.
So how did you get involved in this? Because this is like such a unique career path. I mean, you hear people who are like, I wanted to help people, so I became a psychiatrist. I wanted to help people, so I became a counselor. But being a hypnotist is like such a different approach. Yeah, a different approach of helping people. So how did you discover that?
So I am a hypnosis client myself.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I used to be a professional dancer. That was my first career in the musical theater. And I actually had a contract in Germany. And I got a contract with the West End in London, which is like the British Broadway. Like if you do musical theater, London is like king. It's like Broadway in America.
Well, congratulations.
And then I had a knee accident while training.
Always happens like that, yeah.
Finito. Everything was done. I was depressed. I was suicidal. I started to with my crutches, go out every night and just drink, like sweet drinks, not even hard liquor, but I was like having pina colada every day, just drinking the pain away, being on painkillers a lot, being very depressive and everything. And then almost when I tried everything and nothing really helped, I looked into hypnosis, into good motivational speaking, not your usual blah, blah, blah. Someone tells you can do it, but actually good people, great authors, good books. And this helped me out of it. And the second time, that was the first time where it helped me, but I didn't really see how big this impact was by then yet. I thought like, a mix of everything got me back on my feet. And then later when I moved to America, I was married for almost 6 years to a German, but we lived in LA. And then I got divorced. And we both wanted the divorce. We're still on great terms, but still, in that moment, it was terrible.
It hurts.
You
Yeah.
feel like a failure.
It always hurts, yeah.
You know, your friends are like, "You've been married for 6 years and no kids," and all. You know, sometimes your friends aren't a help either. They're like,
Yeah.
"Eh." And again, I was like, "What am I going to do?" Now I came to America. I was with my husband forever. Now I'm alone in America for the first time. All these questions, and then I met a hypnotist. Almost like from all the people I could have met, I met a hypnotist.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Well, I can help you." I was like, "You know what? It helped me once. Why not?"
Why not try it again?
We did a session, boom. Instead of seeing my loss, I saw all the win, right? Now I'm free. I can do more things. I can travel. I can do a lot of things that you usually can't do when you're married or whatever. I can finally live my own dreams because I'm a little codependent.
Yeah.
So I like to support my close ones. So I lived more for my ex-husband. I was supporting him and his company,
Okay.
which made me happy. But if I'm honest, it was never really
Wasn't
about
for
me.
you, yeah.
So now I had this me time. And what hypnosis does, not only it saves you time, it changes your perspective. Example, when you break up with someone, does it mean you're ugly, you're stupid, you weren't good enough, and it's your loss? Or could you switch your perspective and be like, maybe they weren't good enough for me, maybe I'm above them, maybe we just don't fit anymore, and there are bigger things, whatever you believe in, the universe or God maybe has something better for me, right? Same situation, yet two different lives, just because of how we look at it.
Yeah.
So this is what I learned, and I was always already involved into motivational speaking. I did a few reality shows in Germany with my ex-husband. That's why I'm known to the public in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. So I was already involved in that. But then I was like, this hypnosis is really incredible. And I became friends with the hypnotist. And later he told me that, Maggie, you have like this perfect mix of sympathy, but also authority. People like you, people trust you, people feel like they can tell you a lot of things right away. Maybe
Yeah.
you should try it. I was like, no, you guys are amazing and I love hypnosis and I think it's incredible, but there's no way I could do this. Because again,
Yeah.
imposter syndrome, not thinking you're good enough. We all have it. We all have it. But somehow he talked me into it. He probably hypnotized me into doing this.
Now that you're thinking about it.
Now that, hold on, I'm gonna give him a call later.
It's exactly
And
what
I
happened. probably.
started, and I turned out to be what you actually call a talent. Talent means you're really good at something before you even put in the effort.
Yeah.
And that's not even my work. I turned out to be really good. I don't even know why. Maybe because I've been through so much pain. Maybe because I genuinely believe in it as well. Whatever the reason was,
It just
I
came
turned out to be
naturally.
really good. And now to me, being really talented, add my German discipline and my work ethics and where I'm coming from. And it was just a great mixture. And I became really successful, really lucky, helping people. It's nice to do the work, not just for a paycheck, but for a text message like, dude, I finally did this and that. Or,
Yeah.
dude,
changing people's lives
I finally
is
left this
awesome,
relationship.
right?
I would have
Yeah.
never left this person without you. Or, dude, I finally found someone. I finally talked to this girl. With, you know, that's what makes me that's what turns me on.
That's
Yeah.
what fuels your
like, I
fire.
got to charge because I have bills to pay.
Yeah.
But this is what makes me be like, yes.
Yeah.
So how long have
It's
you been
awesome.
doing it now? How many years?
Not even that long, like two years.
2 years. Wow.
I was always around it. It wasn't new to me, but yeah, but I was really, really good, and I met different people that are like really big names in the scene, in the field, and they were like, yo, like you're good. And then again, on top of it, I try to like make up with the knowledge because where I come from in Germany, we're very based on, we like papers, we like certificates, we like knowledge, good
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
backup.
Uh-huh.
So, but that's the cool thing about America. In America, if you're kind, compassionate, and people like you, they'll give you a chance.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I
Absolutely.
came here. It would never happen in Germany. In Germany, you might be talented, but if you're missing one paper, they will not give you a chance because
Yeah.
they're so...
By
They
the
want
book.
proof. They
books.
want
Yeah.
proof.
America, you might be like, you don't know what you're doing, but I like you. You seem teachable. I'll give you a chance.
So
Which
how
is
does
dope, right? That
Yeah.
would never happen in Germany. So
how does that process work? How do you go into hypnotizing somebody and all that stuff? How does that work?
So hypnosis is a so-called state of theta. All of you go into hypnosis several times a day. When you drive home, the same route over and over again, and you park and you're like, the
So like
traffic
that
light was
autopilot
green,
mode?
right? Was it green?
Yeah.
When you just go home on autopilot,
Yeah.
you're in trance. When you watch a movie and you cry because someone dies, you know Matt Damon didn't die, and yet you cry. Because your brain is in trance. It doesn't know the difference in that second. When you, like us women, we do this a lot. When we get out of the shower, we have like our towel, and we just sit on the bed literally for a minute, staring at the wall. Do you do this?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
literally, you haven't even started like using body lotion. You just sit there. Or like the first pee in the morning, you pee, you're done since
You're
a
out
minute-
of it, yeah.
You're done since a minute, and yet you're just chilling. Like at least
Yeah.
us girls, because we sit down.
Yeah.
So that's all trance. You go into hypnosis several times a day. And it's the same state. It's maybe slightly deeper, but we're in hypnosis 1,000. Military, biggest hypnosis. Church, huge hypnosis, right? You have a speaker and you have people that are very suggestible, that like are chanting, that are in trance, that are listening. All of that is hypnosis. If you listen to a song and you zoom out because it gives you a good or a sad memory, it's all trance. So it's nothing really new.
So how do you tap into that?
There are different so-called inductions. In person, I have different inductions than over the screen. I can hypnotize virtually too. It works with FaceTime. If you've been hypnotized before, even better. It's a different technique. And in person, there are different techniques. Some are pretty very little. Some are like cool show hypnosis where I like pull the hand and they like knock out. You know, a lot of people in religion, like priests and stuff, use this to say, you know, it's the
Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit, but then they just hypnotize people. But I can tap you on the forehead and you knock out and you fall all the way back. I could just pull your hand. We don't do the pocket watch anymore, okay? Like nobody. But people ask me like, so you have a watch? I'm like, we don't do that no more.
Yeah. That's old school. That's old school.
But that's also a little bit a explanation why I'm doing it. I try to like bring hypnosis to the streets. It's like
I've seen you on the yacht. You're like on yachts, like
Anywhere.
at beautiful like parties, and you're just hypnotizing
That's just
people.
what the clickbait. But
It
I'm like,
works.
I'm
to
sure.
that click.
I'm
sure,
like, you
yeah.
got a bikini? Put it on. But no, hypnotists say, it's too loud in here. I'll do it later. Or
Yeah.
too many people, you know.
So you're trying
No.
to show that you
If
can
you're
do
good,
it.
I have a video in a crowded bar. I hypnotized 3 people at the same time. It was loud as hell, but not too loud for them to hear me. That's all I need. If you can listen to my voice, you know, like when you're in a club and it's hella loud, but you speak to your friend and you listen to what
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
all I need. And there are just too many bad hypnotists out there, or that a lot of people also study it. They know how to do it, and yet they can't do it. So I believe hypnosis is very much science, but I do believe there's maybe a tiny bit of magic or gift, because a lot of good hypnotists I know, I feel like they're kind of outstanding, or they have something where like it makes sense.
Do you
to
think
do
what
this.
makes it good is their passion behind it? Because you actually genuinely want to help someone.
the passion, and like you said, where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Because for example, I'm rather naive. Like I like people fast, and I don't always question. I'm not like, let me first see, you know, I'm not very suspicious. But yet it's funny that even if you're stupid, if someone has genuine bad intentions, you'll know, which is funny. Even if you're a dumbass, you'll know. And hypnosis is so intimate, because people think they're like, I don't want to give away control. I don't take your control. I simply guide you into your subconscious mind. Everything I do, you could do yourself, but it's more complicated. But and I just help you. But still, people believe they give away control, whatever they believe. So even if they think they need to give away control for hypnosis, they need to see me as a person where they're down to do it.
Yeah.
So you have to have this almost kind of innocence, or like this genuine, I don't know what it is. But like I said, even if people aren't emotionally the smartest or whatever, they can still tell if someone's not good.
Yeah.
And hypnosis in the wrong hands, and if you use it in an unethical way, could be really, really damaging. You could like mess
Mess
people
with somebody's
up,
head, yeah.
100%. As strong as it is in the good, I'm sure it works as well in the bad.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine what I could do, because I made people quit stuttering. I make people stop eating. They lose 15 pounds a month because they start to eat, because I hypnotize them into feeling as if they already have the weight that they want to have, and they start to behave as if they have the weight, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not in a extreme version, but kind of. They start to take walks. They drink more water. They do lean protein, low dairy, you know, all that stuff. So sometimes I do things and I act cool and I'm like, you're welcome. And then I turn around, I'm like, yo! 'Cause
I didn't know I did that.
That it worked,
on,
yeah.
on seminars, on stage, when we like, people are very suggestible in seminars because you're already in the right frame. They already like you, they're excited, everybody's in a great mood. You get them on stage and it just works amazingly. And then you act like, yeah, I mean, easy. But then you go off stage, you're like, yo!
Yeah.
So I'm blown away by the good results. So I can only imagine what it could do
If it were
someone
used
is bad.
incorrectly,
So,
yeah.
that's why it's good that not everyone knows about hypnosis and not everybody knows how to do it. And you could maybe online look it up and try to learn it. But also, the only thing that is stronger than hypnosis is primal instincts. So if I hypnotize you, for example, you knock out completely. I can turn you into a chicken. I can make you think you're a stripper. I can do whatever I want. But let's say,
Please don't. Just kidding.
no. But let's say I would tell you also later, you're going to take Pamela's wallet and take some money out of it. This might go against your instinct, because your brain deep down inside knows, being a chicken for the video, that's funny. Nobody gets harmed.
hurt, yeah.
But at the same second, your brain knows, wait, wallet, money, stealing, that's not right. That's against my instinct.
Yeah.
And you will either snap out of the hypnosis or simply not accept that one suggestion.
Interesting.
So even if I wanted to do something bad, it's much more complicated to even, because you have to like override the primal instincts.
Interesting.
So
have you ever hypnotized anybody famous?
Yeah. I don't know if I can say their name.
Oh, well,
I'm
just like...
Well, how about, do you have like a celebrity you like
for
that
example,
your goal? Like if
you
you could
probably know
hypnotize
her.
someone like someone you were like, oh, that would be awesome if I could hypnotize who?
To me, it's not really about if they're famous or not. To me, it's about the challenge, like how messed up is their problem.
Okay.
Like the more messed up, people are like, oh, hell no, that's something like they need a psychiatrist. And I'm like,
You're like, bring them on.
I love this stuff, especially if it's something that is really, that bothers people. Me and one of my partners, we're looking right now into Tourette. Some things are a mental defect or like a problem in the brain, but there are a billion kinds of Tourette's. And we're looking into if there's maybe at least one of those 500 billion versions that maybe we could heal or ease. But yeah, I hypnotized quite a few celebrities. It's pretty cool. And the funny thing is the people that are like the pessimists, the non-believers, in the end go in the deepest. Because they have such a strong disbelief. And when you break it in hypnosis, they turn into like a super strong belief. So they're even more suggestible than the ones that are already fans. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, it's a niche. It's very underrated. People still confuse it with like moonlight crystals and like sage. No, hypnosis is actual science. It's just different states of the brain that you can go to, that you go into anyways. And it's not. It has nothing to do with woo-woo or magic. It's simply science. It's a very strict technique that you use. And I could blow it up as like woo-woo. I could, for example, start to always wear white, have people come dressed in white to my events.
Have your clock. Have your clock.
Yeah, do like cult vibes, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I could blow up with that. But that's...
Is there a specific type of person that actually comes to you to do the hypnosis, or is it,
no, it's really,
or has it just been like a broad spectrum of like random people?
Yeah, it's a very broad spectrum, and mostly it's people... Because hypnosis is not their first idea, and also it has kind of like a bad stigma. Mostly it's people that tried everything. They're like, all right, I really tried everything. I might as well go one more step and try hypnosis.
Okay.
And then they're like, yo. So...
you think that plays a factor in like helping them more with this?
I always tell my clients, I don't need you to believe in hypnosis, but I need you to really want what we're going to fix.
Oh, okay.
So you might be like, I don't believe in it, but I need to quit smoking because my doctor said I'm like one step away from lung cancer. I promise you I'm going to do what you tell me to do. I really don't believe it, but at the same time, I genuinely promise I'll listen to what you tell me to do. It'll work amazingly. On the other hand, I might have a big fan. I love hypnosis, let's do it. And then I'm like, well, for what? And they're like, whatever, let's just do it. Guess what? It won't work as well. You know?
So if you do more gimmicky stuff, does it not always work because it's more gimmicky than somebody that's actually trying to fix something?
It's really about the will. It doesn't matter if we're at a party and you're down to like have a good time and I hypnotize 5 people on stage. Like those stage shows are really fun. One person I make be cold and freezing. One person I make to be super hot. One person I make to find me super attractive. And one person I make find me disgusting. And the 5th one is looking for something. And you wake them all up at the same time. And it's hilarious. One is freezing, one is super hot, one wants to flirt with me, one finds me disgusting, and the other person's looking for something.
Lost, yeah.
But if you're down for it, you're like, let's have fun. You know, the more you want, whatever it is, the better it works. So, yeah, I don't really need you to believe in it as much as wanting the result. Because the wanting makes you very suggestible. It's almost like, imagine like when you're really thirsty or when you really need to pee, at some point you're like, I will pee on the street behind the car. I just want to pee. You know, at some point, when the wanting gets so strong, you are willing to go out of your way to get it. It's like when you're thirsty, you're like, I'm literally going to drink out of this. I don't even know what this water is. I want to drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hypnosis is the same. At some point, people are like, dude, at this point, whatever it takes. And that's what's perfect for me because they're so suggestible because they're like, dude,
help.
Make this go away or make me get over this heartbreak or make me get over this grief.
Is it possible to hypnotize yourself?
People say yes. I can't do it for shit. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't.
Because I know you were talking about like wanting to like, you know, go so bad. But then I remember you were telling us on the way over here. And then like I was thinking about it like, can you hypnotize yourself not wanting to like go if you had to?
A lot of hypnotists hypnotists do self-hypnosis and practice it and even teach it, but I think I'm too, I don't know.
Do you still get hypnotized?
Yes, I
you
upload.
Do. Okay.
I try to. I don't always. My friends don't always have the time, but if I see them, I always try to film a video of me being hypnotized.
Okay.
Because I think it's almost like when you have a hairdresser and their hair is shit. I think it's important if you do something to also show. Don't just talk about gaming or games, but show how do you play? What are your favorite games, right?
Uh-huh.
I think it's weird if people always talk about stuff and then you think about, you're like, I've never seen them actually doing what they talk about.
Oh, got it.
And especially with hypnosis, because people are afraid or think it's whatever. When they see, oh wow, she goes in, she's getting hypnotized. So I think that's cool to show that I get it done as well.
That you can
and
also,
it's amazing if you meet a hypnotist that knows what they're doing. It's really incredible. Like it's really. And again, I'm speaking as a client myself before I did this. It's really, man, it really helped me when nothing else did.
Yeah.
It really helps because it changes not your personality, but your identity. So I won't change if you're an asshole or you're a kind person, if you're bubbly or shy, but I change your identity, which is I change what you believe. I change you're not good enough into you're more than good enough. I change you're not perfect into you're perfect the way you are. I change into not making the money you want to make. I changed it into not yet, but you're on the way, you know? And people underestimate the power of perspective and how you look at things. Even without hypnosis, you know? Start to like question yourself more about, like look at the situation and almost try to put yourself out of it, like a ghost that's watching like from the outside. Be like, okay, is it really that bad? Or is it just because I'm emotionally attached to it? And if I separate myself from it, maybe I see more solutions.
Different perspective,
yeah. I had to learn this myself too, because I'm very drawn into feeling depressed or being sad. I have it from my mom. We always model our parents. And unfortunately, my mom comes from a scarcity mindset, very afraid of everything. My dad passed away when I was 6, and which was in 94. And when you see her now, you think he died last year. She's literally the eternal widow. Because she's in this pattern. She doesn't get out of it. And I have it a little bit because you can't escape it because you model your parents if you want to or not.
Have you ever tried to hypnotize her?
No.
Okay.
My mom is afraid of it. She's afraid she's going to die. She thinks the most she might like die. That's my mom. She's like, what if I never come back? I'm like, okay, never mind.
You're like, never mind. It's fine. We won't do it.
But
how long does hypnotizing take usually? Like
as
if
long
you were
as
to
I talk
hypnotize
to you,
someone.
From a minute, if I say you're a tree, wake up, you're a tree. If it's something serious, I talk to you for 20, 30 minutes. I maybe guide you through it. I have different like journeys. One of my favorites that I like created is an elevator. I make them walk into an elevator, and each floor is like a different level of your life. One could be business, one is fitness and health, one is related. You know, like each floor is a different area of your life. And at the end, on the last level, the 10th floor, I put them on like a beautiful rooftop, and all the friends and family are there, and they are already the version that they want to be.
Oh, wow.
And again, your brain doesn't know the difference between reality or really strong imagination. That's why, again, when we watch a movie,
we get lost.
We feel it.
Yeah.
We cry or we laugh. We know they're being paid to say those lines, but we don't know. We're in the movie. We're like, oh my God, he died. Or, oh my God, we cry. And I'm very suggestible and I love it. I really feel like when I go to the theater or to a musical or I see a movie, I'm in it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy. I never want to lose this. You know, it's like this child that we always keep in us. And I think that's also a thing in like the video game scene, that a lot of these people, even if they get older, they never lose this inner child, which is pretty cool. Because we are never adults. We are just kids that became older. And we got more responsibilities, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But in the end, like, give two guys a ball. Like, they're going to freaking play, right? Or give us, like, a puppy, like, our brain, puppy, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, we're still kids. We just look older and get older. But in the end, why?
We're still children.
Yeah. And
well, getting into the video game scene, sorry to cut you off. But so, for instance, I'm one of these people, too. But is it possible to help people with hypnosis to get them to be more confident in their gaming abilities, because like with me, I know that I have some sort of skill, but I hold back and like get scared and don't want to push teams when I'm fighting against them. Is that something that can help with?
100%. I have this with poker players, but also I have some big athletes from the NFL, and I have I used to have one person that used to play for the Lakers. Absolutely, I simply make you believe you're the best, and then you act like the best. And how does the best act? A specific way. So you just model this behavior and you get the same results. Today I had a client, she's like in sales, she's like selling stuff, and she needs to call people, and she says, well, right now I make around 30,000 a month, which is not bad. But she says, but the best person in our company makes like 250,000 a month. And I'm like, this is just phone, right? She's like, yeah, we're just on the phone. I'm like, so why does the person that makes 250,000 in calls sell more than you than you with your 40,000? And she was like, well, she's better. She makes more money. And I'm like, what now if you would act like you are this person that makes 250,000 a month? The people on the phone don't know who you are. They don't know your company. So I hypnotized her into believing she already is the best salesperson. And just today, she already closed 4 people. She usually closes 9 a month. And she closed 4 today.
Oh, wow.
So this fake it till you make it sometimes really works, especially when it comes to being good at something. You naturally have to model the behavior of the best. If you believe you're the best, you're going to act like the best. If you now play and you believe you are the best, you will act different than when you don't. You know what I mean? It's like a brain programming. So it works 100%. 100%. If I hypnotize you into being the best gamer you've ever seen, you'll be the best gamer you've ever seen.
I mean, I don't know
I can't
if I
explain
want to do
why. That's just how
I
it
don't know
is.
if I want to be the best gamer, but
Why not?
yeah.
As an example.
Because
as
I
an
mean,
example.
I don't
Or
know.
just be more confident or whatever,
Yeah.
because you have a few doubts, like I
Yeah.
can tell, right? Just to take that away. And this is the only difference between successful people and not successful people is their mindset. Because everything, if one person has done it, you can do it too. Regarding
Yeah.
money, regarding success in life, whatever you want to achieve.
So really, you're just helping guide their mindset into that
It's
space,
all you're
right?
thinking. People think they need investors or a specific education, or women think they need a specific look. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not this. It's just your thinking. Your thinking does create your reality. It's really true. And when you think back, a lot of things you have now, there was a point you thought about getting them, and now you have them. You know? So it's called self-fulfilling prophecy. Have you ever planned on buying, let's say you decide, all right, I'm going to buy a white Audi, which is not super often, but also not super rare. Suddenly you see this goddamn white Audi everywhere, right? Or when we decide let's buy a new bag, we have a specific bag in mind.
We see it everywhere.
Suddenly everybody has it. Like,
Yeah.
how does that even
That's
make
like
sense?
me and Teslas.
Literally, me and Teslas too. I've been talking about Teslas for like a year, and I see them everywhere.
And then our videographer over here ends up
Tesla,
rolling
yeah.
up in a Tesla.
Yeah.
See? Because your brain is programmed to it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you set it on a mission. I call it a mission. So the same way you programmed your brain, or it's like when I booked my first Bahamas vacation. Yo, every ad was Bahamas. I'm like, this is an expensive, exclusive place. Where is every ad about the Bahamas? It wasn't more. I was just more focused on the mission Bahamas. So the way you set your brain onto Tesla or me onto Bahamas vacation, I can set your brain onto money or success or the right girlfriend that will not screw you over or the right guy. It's all a programming. So when I hypnotize you for money or for more success in your business, and you are in line at Starbucks, you don't see the people in line as people in line. You see them as client, dollar sign. When I'm
Oh,
at
wow.
Starbucks, I'm not on my phone, because Americans are so loud. They always talk about what's happening. They're like super loud on their phone, whatever. Almost every time
People are still on their phone these days?
I'm always hearing some story. Somebody says, I'm afraid of flying, or no, she still can't get over the breakup. I always catch something, and then I'm like, excuse me, I couldn't help but to overhear, and I close them right there. Every person is a client, A, and B, you never know who they are.
Yeah.
First of all, we know in LA that the wealthiest people might look like shit sometimes, right? They don't need to drive a Lambo and have like Gucci outfits.
True.
They look like trash.
Especially in
man.
the gaming community.
And they're loaded. They're
Yeah.
loaded. You never know if the person in front of you is maybe somebody that can help you out, cousin or brother.
Yeah.
You never know. I talk to everyone everywhere. You never know. Your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
It's not about
100%.
The
how
human
much-
connection is so powerful.
It's really true.
and people are seeking it all the time. So with that being said, what do you feel like is a common like hypnotizing like fear, I guess, or like blockage that people ask you for? Because I know you're saying like a lot of it's like heartbreak or confidence. Like what is a common factor that you see in a lot of people?
Anxiety.
Anxiety.
I hate
Okay.
this word. Anxiety was made by our bodies to be afraid when a tiger comes, or for us women to notice a tiger is approaching, for us to run to our
Wow.
fireplace and tell our men to get ready to fight the tiger. It cannot be that a 16 or 17-year-old pretty girl sits at a restaurant with her parents and gets a anxiety attack. Like
Wow.
what is this?
Yeah.
It's not natural. The bodies and the hormones are completely out of control. If a car approaches me super fast, I have anxiety. That's
Yeah.
fair. If I have a talk with my boyfriend and I know he's going to
Interesting.
break up with me, I have anxiety.
Fair,
That's
yeah.
fair. But these people, I can't do this anymore. I have anxiety. I'm like, what?
Where did that come from?
Yeah, and this is terrible. And all these young people and all these suicides we have because of anxiety. You kidding me? Like, there is clinical or like real depression where you're really mentally actually ill. Something's not right in your brain, or you're like something. Okay, but these are maybe 2 out of 10 people. 8 out of 10 are simply, I don't know where this is coming from. And the worst part is people reward this behavior. Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? You know, oh, don't do this. Most of the suicides happen because these people want attention, because they didn't feel seen, heard, or understood.
Yeah.
And people say, oh, he needed psychological help, they were mentally sick. No, they had no friends, they had a family that didn't give a shit about them, and everybody else just didn't see them. And then you have rude people, right? I always give everybody a compliment. You never know what these people are going through, you know?
Yeah.
And I just posted, I am in a AMG group on Facebook, like with all the AMG drivers. And the comments there sum up to be really rude. Like, some people have like cheaper AMGs, so they started to talk shit. Oh, it's just a 43, blah, blah, blah. And I posted a long thing today. I was like, this group is about empowerment and having fun. We all love cars. And I do not, appreciate those negative comments. And you never know. What if someone had a really bad day, and on top of it, you're rude?
Yeah.
I don't want to be responsible for somebody's suicide. But sometimes this is the last drop that they needed. And they're like, you know what? Even this random person online hates me. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
And this is terrible. So anxiety is a big thing that I really try to fight with all that I have. And the second thing is really imposter syndrome and lack of confidence. And you wouldn't believe, it's not like that shy, invisible people come to me. I have big names. You all know them. Billions of followers, billions of money in their bank account. And yet they come and they're like, I don't know if my friends really like me. I don't know if my girlfriend really like you think they must be happy and have everything. They all have lack of confidence. They all have lack of self-belief, self-love, self-respect. So it's
yeah, I mean, no amount of money can fix that.
Yeah.
No, but it's like you said earlier, it's a lot by the media. It's a lot of wrong ideals being presented. And I'm going to be 34, I'm 33, but I am happy that I'm not a teenager now.
Yes,
like when I was young, that was just when Facebook kind of started, but Facebook was not a lot about like looks. It was more like chatting and stuff.
Yeah.
But Instagram, when I was such an emo, very emotional, very, I would have been a great candidate for like puberty suicide or something, because someone called me ugly. Big time, I'm honest. If I would have had Instagram then, and now, I don't know how old you are, you look very young, but these girls on Instagram are being 16 and 17. Like, guys go to prison because they had sex with an underage. I'm like, yo,
they
she
look
looks like 30.
they look like they're 18.
Yeah.
Like, have some mercy with these guys. Like, come on. I'm like, when I was 16, I looked like an idiot. I had pink lips, blue eyeshadow, and I was dancing on my bed with my friends performing Britney Spears with a brush.
Yeah.
And now,
Times have changed.
It's
big time.
unbelievable. But guys too, they're 21, 22. They like flirt with me. I'm like, how old are you? But they look like 30. They have like a beard. They're buff and stuff. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And I don't, because we never get the childhood back. We never get the time back being a kid. So you want to cut it off even more? It's only 17, 18 years until you're an adult.
True.
You want to make it 14? You want to be pregnant with 15? And and then you fall into depression, and then young people start, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I'm like sober as hell, I don't do anything. And all these people, it's just, life is such a gift, and and everybody has so much potential. I don't see people for who they are, but for who they could be. Like, I already see what you could do later on. And if I see that you're wasting your time or other people bring you down, that's another problem.
Yeah.
Toxic people around you, right? You're the average of your 5 closest people.
Yeah.
Interesting.
If you have 2 good friends but 3 are idiots, you'll be an idiot,
Yeah.
So you have
Makes
to,
sense.
you really have to
Watch the company you keep.
Yeah, love
Yeah.
yourself, respect yourself, and allow only the best close to you. It's really because it's your life. And remember, you were born alone, you're going to die alone. Even your best friends, they won't chill with you in the casket or whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
I
always say that we come into the world the same way all of us do, and we're going to leave in some way, somehow, alone. We come in alone, we leave alone.
My mom always says, you don't want to be the richest on the cemetery. So, you don't need to live life like a crazy person, like as if you die tomorrow and be like super exaggerated, but like find a middle. If you have $2,000, spend $1,000, save $1,000.
Yeah.
Middle, moderation.
Yeah.
And people confuse, I have one friend, she always says, moderation sounds boring. People shift it so much that normal is the new boring and extreme is normal.
Yeah.
And that's not good, Normal isn't boring. It's not boring if you have a functioning relationship where actually nobody cheats, or just because it's not an open relationship, you guys are still cool. Nowadays people feel like, well, we're exclusive, like we don't have an open relationship. Like it's already like special to not have an open relationship, or if you just make 3,000 a month and not 30,000, you're still cool. You can still take out your girl to dinner and have a good time and go to the movies.
100%.
And now it's all about like guys stress out about which car to lease for the weekend to take out a girl. Like, come on.
It's not about that, yeah.
It's not about that.
Think about that all the time. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the Tesla, you know.
The Tesla, dang, if I only had my Tesla.
Yeah, it's really, you know, I want to inspire people to make good money.
Yeah.
Life is more fun with money, more freedom. Like make money, hustle, don't get me wrong. But it's not, man, is there a connection? Can we laugh our asses off till we cry tears or not?
Yeah.
These are the moments where you roll on the floor, you can't breathe because you're dying from laughter. Or you go to McDonald's at 2 a.m. and you sit in the car and you blast music eating chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Like
you
that's
said,
the
at
thing,
the
you
end
know?
of the day, time is so valuable and the way we spend our time is so important because it's gone in a second.
And one of my friends always says he's an amazing speaker, a motivational speaker. He always asks, like on seminars, if you would have 60 seconds left to live, what would you think? Would you think like, okay, cool, I did all I can? Or would you be like, oh my God, and my last year was like wasted and stuff like that? And I never want to me, the worst feeling in the world is regret.
Yeah.
I regret a lot of things, mostly not what I've done, mostly what I haven't done. But it doesn't matter. In general, regret, the feeling of like, why did I do this or why did I not do this? It eats me alive. And I
Yeah.
don't ever want to regret something. So tell the people you like that you like them. Tell the ones that are not good for you that you shouldn't spend time together anymore because you don't think they're good for you. You know, leave the job if it makes you sick. You will find another job. Leave the relationship even if you're afraid being alone. There are so many people out there. The right person will find you. Whatever it is, do it. Because imagine you wake up tomorrow. Imagine you wake up tomorrow. You see this face of the doctor. He says you had a car accident. I don't know. We took off your legs.
Yeah.
Or you can't. I don't know. Imagine this for a second. I'm not down for that. And if this happens, I want to know, okay, cool. But till yesterday, I did all I could.
Yep. You lived it fully.
Awesome.
So you said you struggled with depression, and obviously you work with people who are trying to overcome emotional blocks. Do you do anything like on a daily basis, or like there are affirmations that you listen to, like some kind of routine that helps you kind of stay focused, stay positive, and keep the perspective that you seem to have right now?
Well, first of all, because of my job, I'm at the source, right? I spend a lot of time with motivational speakers, with hypnotists. They're my
Okay.
friends. So my average 5 to 10 people are already dope.
Yeah.
And second of all, I learned this recently, like in the last year. I didn't know, I feel kind of like not cool saying it, but I learned that I like routine.
I love
It's-
routine.
it's kinda
not,
lame.
It's not a bad, no, it's
I
a good
didn't know,
thing.
but I noticed like, I wake up, I have a big glass of water, I walk my chihuahua, I call my mom. My mom is in Germany, it's like 8 or 9 a.m., so 6 p.m. in Germany. I come home, I shower, I blast some music, I start my day. Something happens, I have to walk my dog earlier or later, I can't do the shower, I have to do it later, I'm already stressed out.
Yeah, it throws off
So I
the
learned
day.
that just routine in general gives me like a feeling of, that doesn't mean I'm not spontaneous, but I love like routine. And the second biggest thing that helped me, is maybe more personal, but to really let go of negative people. I just cut off a female friend that I was really close with, and the story is really funny. I didn't manage to see her because we were both busy. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And the less I saw her, the better I felt. I was like, maybe it's coincidence.
Oh,
And
interesting.
Very, very much later, I find out she did a lot of bad stuff against me. But I didn't know that before. But even before I knew that, I already felt better without her. So
Interesting.
that was when I
Wow.
understood, wow, energy is a thing. Because I come from the science point of view, so I'm usually very analytical. I don't believe in too much of the moonchild stuff. But this, I was like, wow, we always got along. Like I wanted to see her, it just didn't work out. But now that I don't see her, I feel like different. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So energy is
wild.
a thing. So the second thing is for me, it's routine and to be super, literally strict, like a dictator with who's around you. See yourself as a celebrity, if you are or not. See yourself as a celebrity, and only the best people, either people that support you, that have always been with you, or people that inspire you, and don't allow. And sometimes we think because we know someone for a long time,
You
they
have
mean
to
a
keep
lot
them
to
around,
us.
yeah.
Yeah, and I kept a lot of people, well, I know her since 20 years, I can't just cut her off. Cut them off, man. Like, if this is your life and you cannot afford someone to suppress your dreams or to tell you whatever, because people come from jealousy, people, so
True.
little people actually are happy for your success. They are out there and you're going to find them. But don't be with people that are like, oh, that's cool, and then they turn around and talk shit. Like, no, man.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
You guys are too amazing for this, and there are so many people that will love you and support you. They are out there. You just have to like kind of pick out
It's crazy because like some of those people you think would be there for you are there when you first start, and then once you get to that point, they start turning on you, thinking that like, oh man, like what the heck, like you were nobody, and then all of a sudden you're somebody.
Usually,
like,
when people hate on you, it's because you do exactly what they would like to do, but they don't have the courage or they don't take the step, and then you do it, and then they will even tell you like, yeah, you should do it, and then you do it, and they're like,
wait, you actually did it?
yeah. So that's why I know it also sounds kind of like arrogant or whatever when people say you should only surround yourself with people that are better than you, because you for sure know they can't take anything away from you.
Yeah.
It's almost like dating. If you are wealthy, you should date a wealthy girl because you know, okay, the cars don't impress her because she has even better cars than me. It's kind of weird, but also it kind of makes sense because when you surround yourself with people that need you so much and everything in their life is based on your help, it won't go well forever. Because even if you help them, they will build up some hatred for needing you. It'll make like you help
resentment,
them, and they will kind of hate you for it because they don't want, like nobody really likes to ask for help, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like you're like, thank you so much for your help, but you still feel kind of weird. Now imagine your whole life is based on your wealthy, successful friend. You feel like shit, and at some point it turns into anger. So
crazy to think about like that.
Yeah. That's why I support people, and if I see they're using it and they're actually thriving, I keep them with me. But if I notice they're down there just hanging behind my car, like making my car go slower, I have to
cut it off.
And you would think they're grateful and stuff. No, man, people are. It's funny. They're either really good or really bad. I almost feel like there's no middle. I feel like in the last years, it's really like villains or beautiful, compassionate people.
Yeah.
It's like, and if you're good at something and successful, there is jealousy. And like you said, your biggest enemy is usually in your bed or chilling with you, like kicking it, and you would think like they share your success and secretly they're working against you. And even if they don't do something, just their negative thoughts might mess with your destiny and everything because it's energy.
Man,
it really
is
is
crazy.
Yeah.
And it's hard to cut people off because I'm very,
I'm sure that's the hardest
against
thing.
confrontation. I don't like fights in general. I'm like the person that walks away from fights where you would say, can we talk this out? And I'm like, no, I hate it.
Yeah, I hate
so
confrontation.
this is something I had to learn. And I really learned out. I'm very polite and I say, hey, I think at this point we don't really serve each other anymore. And people are like, what the did you say? But you have to
So you tell people straight up?
Yeah,
or do you
have to.
Okay.
Or if you can like low-key fade it out. Sometimes you get lucky. It sometimes fades out and you get away with it. But sometimes you just have to say it. And don't keep them, even if they have been with you at the beginning and you would love to have to celebrate with them because they were with you from the start.
Oops.
If they change, people support you, but then when it actually works out, they hate you for it.
Yeah. Do you have to go to school to learn how to be a hypnotist or have a degree or anything?
Yeah, there are different certifications, different studies. We have HMI, it's an actual state institute in Tarzana, Hypnosis Meditation Institute. There are classes, you can do workshops, there are billions. I had so many mentors. You can build up either little things and build it up or go to school. But again, you can study for years and still not be able to hypnotize someone. So you have to practice a lot. You have to be practical. But you can study.
What do you typically practice on when you're first starting?
On people. You're like, hey, can I try? And they're like, okay. And then you do it and it didn't work and you're like, okay, cool, thanks, bye.
Do you think we'll have time to hypnotize today?
100%, yeah.
Oh.
Of course.
Or you.
See, this is
or
the fear.
both,
No.
whatever, yeah.
Oh, man.
What am I going to hypnotize you guys for?
I have no idea if anything.
What does a man that has everything want?
I mean, not that. I mean, I don't know. I just don't feel like I really need anything in life.
That's beautiful.
Yet.
I love that.
I know I gave an example, but I know that that's only in my head right now because I know that I don't have enough practice to keep going, and then eventually that'll all come with practice. It's not that I don't want it to.
But how much in gaming? Because I have no idea.
Yeah.
I played I was good at Tekken on PlayStation 20 years ago. Like nobody could mess with me. But how much is really technique and how much is mindset? Like in video gaming,
just like any professional, really. Like if you're practicing, like 8 hours a day or something like that, of course your technique is gonna get there and your mindset will get better.
Yeah.
Same thing in gaming too. If you're playing sports, it's just before being in the industry, I wasn't really able to play or practice. You say play, but you didn't get to practice as much as you want. And now that I'm kind of more into the industry, I get to dedicate 4 hours a day to actually playing and learning technique and all that stuff. So I feel
you
like
have a little bit kind of like a situation like me. Like you're really good at it, but you don't have like the past backup.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like me. I'm really good. I play with the big boys, but then I know people watch me that do this since 20 years, and I'm already ahead of them. And I'm like, is this right? Is this kind of rude? You know what I mean? So it's like you give too much power to like maybe the past where you didn't, where others were playing already and you did something else. So now you feel like I'm playing with like in the same league, but I don't have that backup.
Yeah.
Which I had the same feeling, but it matters what you do now and where you are now, you know.
Yeah.
And you are where you are for a reason. If you wouldn't be that good, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't,
Yeah,
you know,
of
talk
course.
about it. You wouldn't be who you are. So, but it's like a thing. This not good enough, imposter syndrome. It's really a thing, and it's so sad. It's like the really wrong mindset. Because look at kids from billionaires. When you look at Grant Cardone, for example, his daughter. Of course, he gives her the I can do anything mindset. This little brat, man, she goes on stage. She's like, you can do anything. If people hate you, like, f them. And, you know, you should be only loved by your family and people that care for you. Nobody else matters. If Grant Cardone would lose all his millions and they would have zero, she would still become a millionaire because she has the mindset. You know, it's really all in your head. I'm telling you, it's all in your head. It really is. How often did you do something that you didn't believe you could and then you did it and you're like, oh. Like me, when I did my driving license, I was like, yeah, there's no way, like I can do it, and then I passed it. I was like, oh.
You're like, wow, I did it.
Or even other things, right? How often do we do something, we're like, oh, damn, and then it just works out and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
So it's all in our head. And another thing, excitement and anxiety are the same emotion, but we give it a meaning. The brain only has one emotion. It's the same. The feeling before a roller coaster or a favorite band in concert is the same feeling as before a test or before something.
It's interesting that you say that because anytime I have something exciting happening, I always say I'm so excited that I'm nervous because I'm just so like excited about it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like in my head about it.
Very good, very good. Yeah, it's just one emotion. People
I'm
don't
glad
know
it's
that.
like it's actually a thing. I thought it was just something
People
I
think
made
it's
up.
like, oh, I'm nervous and I have anxiety, and then I'm so excited. It's like, dumbass, it's the same.
It's the same emotion.
Yeah.
It's just your meaning.
Yeah.
It's your meaning. Even if a test kind of sucks, but you can be excited about, let me find out how much I know. If I pass, cool. If not, I know what I need to work on. I pass it next time. Again, change your perspective. Or, oh my God. You know, who do you think will rather pass? You know, the outcome also depends a lot on how you get into it. It's really true.
Is that how you tap into the people that are more like that have that anxiety? Do you
Most
just tell them?
people
Do you just tell them like, oh, it's more of an excitement thing? It's
people do,
not
yeah.
anxiety.
In hypnosis, I replace the feeling. I say, the more anxious you are, the more excited you get.
I like that.
And then they're like, oh, I need to smile like an idiot. So it's really, it's almost like we're so intelligent and we know so much that it actually messes up our life experience, if that makes sense. You know how when you say, I would rather know less. Like sometimes knowing too much, like kills the magic.
Yeah.
And we know so much. We're so smart, and we know about lies, manipulation, influence. We lose our basic instincts of I like you, I don't like you, and that's it. You know. Now it's all like fake and you know, like playing games. Like I like this boy, I'm gonna act like I don't like him, or oh, I showed him too early that I like him. Now he doesn't like me. Like what? You like each other, like each other. You don't like each other, stay away, you know. And people are together that don't like each other, but like each is lying to one another, or because they get like advantage.
Comfortable, yeah.
All this weird stuff. It's really messed up. Like people, like when we were less evolved, we were more pure and more genuine and more real, and life was easier. So I love that we're so advanced and we're going to Mars, and you know Elon Musk is coming up with amazing stuff. But at the same time, it's also kind of a curse.
Yeah.
You know, where's the love? Kind of.
I agree.
So, light and shadow on both things.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I feel like a lot more people might need hypnosis than I realized.
100%.
Oh, I wanted to start this project, but that was pre-COVID. I wanted to start this project where I'll like hypnotize half a class of the same class and the other half not for 1 year, and see like one half will be like, you're the best, whatever you do. If you get an F or a C, it only means you're going to practice more next time, you know. You're not stupid. You can just do, you know, give them the whole mindset.
Do you hypnotize kids?
Yes, but not too early.
Okay.
So between 2 and 9, kids are in constant hypnosis.
Okay.
That's why they're like a sponge. They're completely in hypnosis till they're 9 or 10. And then 10 to 12, I could hypnotize them already, but they're still kind of young regarding understanding. But like 12, 13, like teens, that works really great, really good. I did this once. I went to like this little, it was like a Israeli girls' school or something. They had an event and they booked me. It was really cool. And a lot of these girls were like, because the next step was to go to some like a Kabbalah school or something. I don't really know. But they were all very nervous. So I made them all really happy and excited, and it worked really well. They were very suggestible. That was cool. But the youngest I think I've done was like 13 or 12, not younger than that.
Okay.
Because it's also,
Yeah, because I feel like at that age, especially teenagers, hypnosis could be very useful.
man, if every teenager would get a
Yeah.
good on hypnosis, you know how much drama we would save.
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
much pain, how much...
Absolutely with the
imagine I would
pain.
hypnotize kids into, you will never hit someone. You will be fair. You will help others.
And believe in yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
believe in yourself. You're good enough. Support others, you know?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff would you tell them that young? Like, are they having the same type of feelings that like
Yeah,
adults do, or is it?
kids deal a lot with jealousy. Kids deal a lot with like dominance, alpha versus beta. You know, there's this one kid that kicks all the other kids. There are like leaders. Kids have very strong hierarchy
Yeah,
games.
absolutely.
Oh, me in school, it was hell. I was not the cool kid. Later on. Later I turned cute. But before that, man, I saw a lot of trash cans this way
I
around.
always say that. I
Oh,
blossomed
yeah.
after high school.
Oh, yeah. Big time. So kids are cruel.
Yeah, yeah.
Kids are cruel. And,
Especially
and,
nowadays with the media,
Yeah.
unfortunately, they just have a lot more outlets to bully.
And again, when you think about when people ask me, do you want to have kids? On one hand, yeah, it would be nice. But then I look at the world and I'm like, do I? Like when I look at this drama, you know, I don't want my kid to
Growing
kill
up in this,
itself
yeah.
in my bathroom because another girl called her fat, or because my boy is maybe a little overweight and the girl he's in love with told him he's ugly, she'll never date him or something like that.
Crazy.
Imagine, like, come on.
Yeah, yeah. Kids do say really
And
awful
nowadays with like
things.
Instagram, like Twitter, you know, and stuff, like you see all this. There are a lot of documentaries too, right, on Netflix about like cyberbullying and kids and stuff. There was this one documentary, the one girl that killed herself. There was a
Yes.
Daisy something, right?
Yes.
Man, that's not cool.
Yeah,
Like,
and
imagine.
it's sad because it's actually happening.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
and
actually
this is just one
happening.
case. This
Yeah.
is a representation of probably 100 cases that
Yeah.
are happening.
Well, I feel like we have 10 minutes left, and
Okay.
we're doing, a podcast on a hypnotist. So I know you didn't want to be hypnotized.
He's
Would
already
you-
like-
Not that I
would you
don't
like
want to be, but I'm just like,
hypnotize
I don't
me
know.
For the last 5 minutes.
Yo, that shit is expensive.
Yeah.
You better
Yeah.
take.
Would you like to
Yeah.
hypnotize me for 5 minutes then? Because I know we have 10 minutes.
It doesn't even take 5 minutes.
Okay, what
What are we gonna do?
Let's see. I have a lot of self-doubt actually. I'm very confident, but I feel like as soon as like something starts going good in my life, I'm always like, okay, like I don't deserve this. Like this is too much for me. Does that make sense?
Self-sabotage.
Yes.
Okay. What else? How's your diet?
Really good.
Workout?
Good.
You're perfection. There's not much I can do. So self-doubts. Is there anything? Is there any like a number or a specific thing you want to achieve this year? Is there something specific you want to do?
Ooh, I would like to just make content creating and hosting and being in
Do you
entertainment
create
full
enough, or are you
time.
procrastinating? Aha. That's the one. You could do much more.
Yeah.
But also there's TikTok and 2 hours just went by and you didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Perfect. Content creation and more self-belief.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. Excuse my outfit. I got this back corset. From
I
my
saw
neighbor
that.
Because I'm so much in my car and I started
Do we need
get
to
into
do we need
this,
to
like,
move?
weird-ass- I'll come here. Oh yeah, we.
Sorry, I run hot, so it's gonna be a little warm.
Oh, it's okay.
And I'm freezing, so I wish I
You're
would have been.
cold?
Yeah.
I'm so warm. Oh my god.
Can
Okay.
feel my fingers.
Perfect. I'll put this away so you can lean back. All right. Oh no, you can't put your. Never mind.
I already asked. I was like, I have to keep my legs crossed.
Never mind. Okay, give me your hands. My hands are warm, so I put one here, put one here. Perfect. When I say the word sleep, you're not gonna go to sleep, but your eyes are gonna close. Your body's gonna relax. Whatever happens, just let it happen. I'm gonna repeat back to you what you already know, but instead of having it in your conscious mind, we put it in your subconscious mind. Okay? Whatever happens, just follow the sound of my voice. Every trance is different. Don't expect anything. You know, it always works. And whatever you feel, don't question it. Just go with the flow. Okay? One hand here. Open your hand. And I want you to look at the lines in your hand. Look at the lines in your hand, and I want you to imagine that your eyelids are getting so heavy and so relaxed that you
Can you hear him on mic? No.
notice your eyes going
That's
in and
fine.
out of focus until you just sleep all the way down, all the way deep, all the way down, just sinking and drifting. Now, in a moment, you're going to find that your new confidence is a 15 out of 10. You're going to realize that you're super focused on doing everything you need to do when it comes to content creating, to work, anything. Your motivation is a 15 out of 10. You don't procrastinate anymore. You do what's best for yourself. You live a healthy diet. You sleep enough. You take your own boundaries. And work comes first. You know you're going to be very successful. And you know exactly what you need to do in order to achieve all your goals. So when you open your eyes, all you remember to forget and forget to remember is that you're completely obsessed with creating content, being motivated, believing in yourself. Your confidence is a 15 out of 10. Your sense of own attraction is a 15 out of 10. Your self-belief is a 15 out of 10. When you open your eyes, you're going to be unable to not smile. As a matter of fact, you're going to be so happy. The more you try to feel nervous or anxious ever again, the more excited you're going to feel. All you remember is that you're blessed to live this life. You realize life is a gift. You realize you can do anything you want. You realize nothing is impossible. And all you focus on is to be highly successful, create content, and be the best version of yourself. With 3, 2, 1, eyes open, back to me. Wide awake.
Oh my God, my eyes were like twitching the whole time. What the hell? That was so weird. I felt like my eyes were like, I don't even know how to explain how that felt. That was so weird. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God.
You look stressed. That's not good for business. You look stressed.
No, I'm processing. No, I'm processing. That was a lot of like really good feelings, but like a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Your eyes, you look like more awake. Your eyes are like awake.
Dude.
Oh, can you hear her now on the mic?
Wow. Let me just tell you guys.
Hey, magic.
Wow.
We're also magicians.
That was like
Boom.
an intense feeling. And that was like, well, I don't even know how long that took. That was
Who
so
knows?
intense.
Who knows?
Who knows? You'll see it on
my
the
heart
podcast.
is like
episode.
pounding. That was really intense. So is that a normal feeling after? Like it's like super intense.
Yeah,
I don't know how to
some
explain
people
it.
also say that hypnosis kind of replaces like a good nap, or like I forgot the numbers. Like 3 minutes in hypnosis are like 30. In
Yeah, I
sleep
feel
or
like I can go
something
for a
like
run right now. And I was like, before I was like, dang, I need a coffee. Oh my
that.
gosh.
Yeah, it's cool stuff, man.
Yay.
It's cool stuff.
That was so intense. I feel like my heart is pounding. I'm not kidding you guys. Oh my God.
That's amazing. I mean, that's just like a quick, like a quick pick me up. But you can really.
That
do
was a
cool
pick
stuff.
me up. Let me freaking tell you. Like I don't drink, I don't do anything, and this might be my new thing.
You're also
Sober, yes,
Hey,
yes, girlfriend.
what's up?
I've spent my 20s wasting my time. I'm done with
Yeah,
it.
I also used to drink, but 2 or 3 years ago, I completely, maybe also with hypnosis, because I work with the mind, and it was so funny for me to observe people come into a bar, shots, like they literally come in.
Yes.
It's almost like in programming.
It's a crutch. It's a crutch.
So I teach people to have, like sometimes pre-corona, we used to do like, we do like different kind of seminars and boot camps where we go out with guys. You're going to have an amazing night, flirt with girls without a drop of alcohol. They're like, there's no way. We're like, we're going to do it. And then they notice that it works just as well. And then, don't get me wrong, you can have a good tequila, a nice glass of wine, but you cannot have it in order to be able to be social. That's stupid. Have a drink because it's a damn ass good drink,
Yeah.
But not, like I see girls, right? Okay, let's have a drink. I'm like, you can sit down, look pretty, and maybe like enjoy your night without having like alcohol in your blood right away.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely. Yeah, it's been like a year and a half, and I always say the reason why I did it and why I stuck to it is your mental clarity is you can't like it's not worth a glass of red wine. It's not
100%.
worth it.
Plus for us, it's good too with losing weight. You lose a lot of weight when
Yeah,
you
I'm
drink.
trying to age with grace.
How old are you? You're like 12.
I will not reveal my age.
Damn.
She's
I will
older
tell
than
you
12.
off the
everybody.
record.
She's older than
Don't worry,
12.
I'm of age. I'll show you guys when the camera's not
I'm
rolling.
supposed to have a Botox appointment tomorrow. Did they cancel on me?
Oh, hopefully not. We'll have to find
Don't
out.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Thank you so much for
Thank you for
doing that. That was like, I can't.
Thank
You
you
guys
so
got
much.
to. You guys got to try that
It's not
after.
that I'm terrified. It's just I don't know. I just don't.
But I love your
I feel
answer.
like honestly, I know that it's a mindset thing, and I know that I don't actually lack self-confidence or anything like that because I know once I start diving into that realm of consciousness, I will.
Amazing.
Like,
but your answer
roll down
earlier,
deep.
it almost made me cry. It was beautiful because he was like, I don't really know what I would change in my life. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah,
your
no,
life is
I mean I
beautiful.
really don't.
Because most people
And
are
you
like,
gotta keep
this
thinking
and
like
this and
that.
this. So it already shows. Maybe your life isn't perfect, but you have this state of gratitude.
Yeah,
You're
like
like,
perspective.
shit happens, good things happen, but I'm happy. That's actually a
100%.
beautiful answer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No,
I
that's
was like,
dope. No,
trying
that's
to
amazing.
trying to figure out a good.
But that's what everybody would.
Not trying to get out of it, but I was like trying to give a good answer. Like yeah,
No, it
this
was
is
great.
literally how I feel, and I don't want to.
But
I
technically,
don't
everybody
even
should,
change it.
should say like, you know what? I don't need anything. Life is the way it is.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Bad things happen. Good. Technically, that's the perfect answer because that's
Yeah.
what life is.
Yeah.
It's not always good. It's not always bad, right?
Yeah, you
But
just gotta
people-
still stay positive and look at the end road. And if you know that there's struggles always coming in the way, and then
That's
you
it.
just gotta push
Also,
through.
another
And
thing we teach in like when we do like the more money focused like success seminars,
Mm-hmm.
we teach people focus too much on the way and they forget about the goal. I'm so obsessed with the end result that I don't even see the work on the way there.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I was trying to save up the money for my new car, for my down payment, I was obsessed with this car. I didn't see all the money I need to make, all the money I need to save and not spend for the down payment.
Yeah.
I saw the car. I'm like,
I need that, yeah.
I was on a mission, right?
Yeah.
Program on a mission.
Yeah.
So focus more on your goals, and then you don't really notice the way there. Who cares? It's about the result, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I was gonna ask you what you were gonna tell people to focus on, but I guess you answered.
Get an AMG.
It's really you're really easy to interview because every answer or every question I was going to ask you already.
I talk so much. I'm so sorry.
It's
I
cool.
know.
Yeah, I love
but
it.
it's
I
not
love
it's
it.
not that it's not a bad thing. It's just like I was literally gonna like cut you off at some points and just be like, hey, what about this? And then you already answered before I even questioned it.
2 nice quotes. One, what you tolerate is what you get. Damn, so true.
Yeah.
Like it's such a stupid sentence, but it's so true. And second one, you know, you don't see life how it is. You see life how you are. Also very true.
There you go.
That's it.
Well, we have one more question that we will end the podcast with. If you could define...
I don't have an OnlyFans. Oh, that was
Oh, that's good to know. No, that's good to know. You guys do not look her up for OnlyFans. But actually,
guys.
now that...
It's actually W. No, I'm kidding. No.
But okay, so social media, one, let's start with that. Where can people find you if they want your services or if they just want to follow you along on your journey?
On all the known shady platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. What
What's your username that they can
It's so
find you
complicated. Magdushya. Magdusha.
We will put that in the bio.
Link will be in the description.
That'll be in the description
It used
because
to be like my nickname. My mom is half Polish, and Magdalena, my name, like the cute version of it, is Magdusha. So I somehow made it into like my Instagram name years ago when I was just a random chick uploading her food. And now I'm like actually doing serious stuff, and I still have this username, but it's fine.
keep it.
It's the same.
That means something different here in the States.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I just realized what you meant. And the other one is if you could define winning the game of life, how would you define that?
Winning the game of life, understand that playing it is actually the win. Does it make sense?
Like
Yeah.
Being able to
Being
play,
able to
being
play.
a player is already
Winning.
the prize. Yeah.
I love that.
You know, some of those games like people play, but there's not really a winner. It's more about the playing, like grandmas playing bingo and shit. That's it. Just being able to play, to have both arms, both legs,
To never
to
stop.
breathe is the gift. So just enjoy playing and don't care about who wins, because probably one of your friends will win and you'll be happy for them. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Oh, that was
Awesome. Really awesome, man.
That was kinda
Thank
deep.
you so much.
Thank you for having me.
good. No, thank you for
It's been a
being here
pleasure.
with us. That was fun.
Well, you guys, that's it for this episode. Make sure you guys check her out. And thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
see you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.